Hi everyone, welcome back to KG Graves. We're still in Ireland and we're in St Joseph's Cemetery in Cork, and we're here to visit the grave of the actor Edward Mulhare, who appeared in Knightrider and The Ghost of Mrs Muir. More information about Edward coming up shortly, but as usual, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.
It's triglyceride free.
Thanks. Gonna talk about that ass you hired?
I did what I had to survive.
Well, Devin, you're not doing this for money. You never would.
Oh, no, money isn't the problem. We still have enough grant funding.
And what is the problem?
Research means nothing unless you can apply it, Michael. We can help the city, but the bureaucracy has stalled us for years. Russ Maddock deserves some credit for turning that around.
You promised me Kit's body.
Yes, I did. I'm afraid he's been recycled.
Now that's just wonderful. You stick me in mothballs for nearly a decade, and then you sell off my parts like I'm inventory from Manny, Mo, and Jack.
Ha ha! Kit, it's wonderful to hear your voice.
I wish I could say the same, Devin, but one of my auditory monitors must have landed in some kid's walkie-talkie. Is that you, Michael?
Yeah.
You look like crap.
Well, so do you, pal.
At least I have an excuse. You've obviously gone down the toilet since we split up, Michael. Get a life.
I got a life. And a body, too, which is more than I can say for you.
Forget my body. Where is my random access? Or my graphics board? I can't even play a round of Pac-Man in here.
Are you dating yourself, buddy boy? Pac-Man's in the Smithsonian now.
Probably an exhibit or two away from you.
At least some things haven't changed.
Edward Mulhare was born on the 8th of April 1923 in Cork, Ireland, to parents John and Catherine née Keane. He was an Irish actor and had two brothers. As a child, he was educated at St Nesson's Christian Brothers School and later North Monastery. As a young adult, he began schooling at the National University of Ireland in medicine before eventually deciding upon a career in theatre. After acting in various Irish venues, including the Gate Theatre in Dublin, he moved to London, where he worked with Orson Welles and John Gielgud. He co-starred with Orson Welles in a 1951 production of Othello, directed by Welles and produced by Laurence Olivier, and also played in Pygmalion before going to America. In 1955, Edward starred in the first feature film produced in Israel, Hill 24 Doesn't Answer. His best-known stage role was as Professor Higgins in the original Broadway production of My Fair Lady, having taken over the role from Rex Harrison in 1957. Edward was understudy to Harrison until that time, going on to play the part for 3 years in New York for 1,000 performances, then continuing the role on an international tour, which included an extensive tour of Russia. His first television appearance was in 1956 in a production of The Adventures of Robin Hood, an episode called The Impostors. He was a guest panellist in 1958 and again in 1963 on the CBS television game show What's My Line. By 1965 he was back in Hollywood, appearing in films and television shows for 20th Century Fox. He had roles in the films Von Ryan's Express in 1965, Our Man Flint in 1966 and Caprice in 1967. He guest starred in television programmes including Daniel Boone and The 12 O'Clock High. From 1968 to 1970, he starred in the supernatural sitcom The Ghost of Mrs. Muir as Captain Daniel Gregg alongside Hope Lange. In 1969, Edward starred in Gidget Grows Up, an American made-for-television comedy film. He also guest-starred in Experiment in Terror, an episode of the original Battlestar Galactica series in 1969. His most famous role was as Devon Miles, director of the Foundation for Law and Government on Knightrider, 1982 to 1986, alongside David Hasselhoff's Michael Knight. In the mid-1980s, Edward hosted the television series Secrets and Mysteries, also called Secrets of the Unknown, in 1988-1989. This was a magazine show that examined historical mysteries and the paranormal. During his career, Edward starred in 9 films between 1947 and 1997, including Megaforce 1982 and his last film, Out to Sea 1997. He also starred in 21 TV shows between 1956 and 1997. His final role was on Baywatch Nights, a spin-off of the series Baywatch, alongside former Knightrider co-star David Hasselhoff in December 1996. Edward was a heavy smoker and died of lung cancer on the 24th of May 1997 at his home in Von Nuys, California, aged 74. Team Knightrider, a spin-off from the Knightrider series, dedicated an episode called KRO to Edward's memory. This was broadcast on the 27th of October 1997. According to the annual magazine Who's Who in TV 1968 to 1969, Edward was a real ladies' man. However, he remained a lifelong bachelor. Let's see where his grave is located. So there you have it, the grave of Edward Mulhare, famous actor. As usual, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Rest in peace, Edward Mulhare.